Welcome back to Code with Hafiz. This is our second part of multiple inheritance. In first part, we learn how these all classes are working and why we create this and how the multiple inheritance is working inside this. So we create basically two parent class, walk ability, then the talk ability, and the one child class, which is then inherited from both parent class walk ability and talk ability. And inside child class we have a method identity which return a string I am a human. So here question arises why we add this inside human. So every child class has its own unique behavior that does not come from parent. Human has identity, parent don't have it. So here question arises why we return a string, not an integer, a float, a boolean. So this is basically just for testing, easy to print, good for beginner level. So now we are going to create a object for class human. Our object name will be h. So when we create an object for human, it basically automatically connects it to both parent classes. Now h can call methods from three classes: human, talk ability, and the walk ability. So h can call methods from three classes: walk ability, talk ability, and human. So why this is powerful? You get a clean, reusable modular classes combines basically the combination of modular classes. Instead of copying walking logic everywhere and instead of copying the talking logic everywhere, instead of copying, we just where we want to use just inherit the child class with the parent what class we need. So this will help us to get the clean, reusable and modular classes combinations. Let's try call the method print s.walk. I want to call the method of walk ability class, but the object is h of the human class, which is inherited from both parent class. So inside my terminal, clear this. After that, cd, we have a class for print. We have a return string return I can walk. When I call the method walk from object of human class, this is returning this string. Just let me zoom out. So basically we have three classes overall. Now it's clear to see all the code. So we have the walkability class, talkability, and human class is inherited from both parent class. So when I call h.walk, it print me I can walk from the walkability class. Why this work? Here question arises why this work? Because we inherited the human from walkability class, and here as you see inside human class we don't have any walk method itself. So Python checks the parents, and when I call this h.walk and this will print I can walk, human has access to all methods of talkability and walkability, so this will help us no duplication required. And if I call the method I talk from ability identity or talk class print h.talk, and if I run the code again, clear my terminal, as you see I am getting I can talk, I can walk. On the first line I am getting I can walk, on the second line I am getting I can talk. So if I print h.identity and let me clear my terminal and run again, I am human. So in this way you will inherit the child class from multiple parent classes. And let me explain one more thing. As you see, we created an object for the class human, and in first priority, the human class have the identity. Identity is defined inside human, so human class have the first priority identity. So parents only used if method not found in human, and this is called MRO, method resolution order. Let me write here. Python decided the order like this: when human, then walk ability, and then talk ability object. And MRO works like this. This is the example of MRO. How? Let me explain. So if two parents had the methods with same name, Python check in this order: walkability, then talkability, then object. Now it's time for the assignment. Let me create another file here inside this. This is our assignment.md for the multiple inheritance. For the students, create a class, fly ability. Inside this class you have to define a method fly. After that you have to create another class swim ability, and inside this just a simple method swim. After that you have to define a class child for duck, and here you have to inherit the both inherits both, and one method add quack. So this is simple assignment. Create three classes. The first is fly ability for the parent. This is your parent class, and this will be your also a parent class, but the duck will be child class. Inside duck you have to inherit both these classes to call the fly and swim from parent classes, and as well as you have one own method for the child class, which is add quack, and all methods printed. And also explain in comments why we used each classes. So this is the simple assignment for today class. I hope you will do this very easy. If any doubt, if any confusion, I am here to clear your doubts. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share with your friends. Thanks for watching.